Hi everyone, welcome to the latest edition of the Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Wes McKinney, here with head men's and women's track and field and cross country coach Mike Cox. Coach, great to have you on today.
Very excited to be here, Wes. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's a big week for you guys, the most important week of the cross country season. It is the week of the Mountain East Conference Championships. They'll be contested on Saturday at the Bridgeport Recreation Center Complex in Bridgeport, West Virginia. And Coach, this is a course that you're familiar with. You've seen it once this season. After you saw the course, did you maybe alter your training a little bit to adjust to the course conditions and how the course runs?
Oh, it's definitely a challenging course, to say the least. So, really, we didn't really change that much. We kept to our home course because our home course is at Pipestem, is fairly challenging as well. So we pretty much stuck to going out there and keeping our strength up, on our course because again, that course is going to be challenging.
About a month or so ago, maybe a little bit less, we talked about your guys' team, a good mixture of freshmen, sophomores, and then also juniors and seniors, that veteran leadership. And so far this season, it's been, like I said, it's been a good mixture of both. But for this meet, I think it's important to have veteran leadership, and you have Cimarron Nicely, Brandon Lee, the two juniors, and Steven Starlipper, the senior, who all three of those guys have been in that position before conference. They're all conference performers. How valuable is their leadership, maybe not only to this week, but for the whole season leading up to this week?
Well, yeah, they set the tone from the get-go, which was great. Again, just starting back at camp, and letting the younger guys know the ropes. And I think the younger guys, like I said even before, really took it in and hit the ground running. And again, we've got a great mixture of guys, and we can only run 7 this weekend, which left some people out, which is never fun. But it's a good problem to have as a coach. And it's good for the team. It challenges everyone to keep pushing themselves and keep working harder, and earning a spot in that top 7. But the veteran guys have done a great job, and really looking forward to this weekend. Traditionally,
this is kind of a 3-team race on the guys' side: Concord, West Virginia Wesleyan, and then Wheeling Jesuit. But there are some newcomers to the conference. Charleston has been very competitive in their first 2 years as a program, and then UVA-Wise also probably poses a little bit of threat. What do you know, or what have you read maybe about the other teams in this conference, or seen the results, heading into this meet?
It's going to be a dogfight. It's absolutely going to be very exciting. It can definitely go anyone's way on a good day, and that's the beauty of our sport. It all comes down to this day. But Wesleyan's leading the charge there. Coach Skiles doing a great job. Always does. Always a top contender with his guys. They're ranked in the region. They're the only team ranked in the region. So, say they're the favorites. They were picked to win along with Wheeling. I know Wheeling's banged up a little bit. Coach Moore does a great job there too, so you definitely can't count them out. Nick Bias, who ran here for me, his guys are good on paper, and they're good on the course too. So they're definitely going to be a contender. They beat us earlier in the year, so. And then Wise, Coach Leach there, they got 3 guys that were in the top 15, I think, maybe 2 in the top 10 last year, but both all 3 of those guys returned that were all conference performers, so you can't count them out either. So again, it's really just going to come down to the day, and hopefully we're going to be, I think we're prepared, feel really good about it, but we just got to go and do what we do.
You guys last won a guys conference title back in the old WVIAC conference in 2007. So none of these guys even know. They know about it, but they weren't a part of that team, obviously. What's going to be your message to the guys right before they get on the starting line on Saturday morning?
Basically, we can do it, but it's going to take everything we got. We got what it takes, but it's going to take everything we got to do it. So we can win. And that's, I truly believe that. Hopefully they believe that. But we just got to go and run our races, do our thing, and take care of business. And hopefully, that'll be enough to get the job done.
Coach, shifting over to the girls' side, you are fairly young, but you do have Vivian Ruiz there at the front. She's been your top runner in all your races thus far this season. But with that youth, does that kind of maybe play into your advantage that these girls are just completely new to it and they have no pressure whatsoever?
Hopefully so. We've worked extremely hard this year. We've had a very successful year. So, it's going to be bells and whistles on. It's going to be 1,000 times different from when we were there the last time we were there because it was hardly nobody there, and there were no bells and whistles, but apparently the conference is looking to amp it up and make it a true championship experience, which is great. But again, we've just got to go in, do what we do. I mean, nerves will be running high, but we can't let that can't let the emotion and the nerves get the best of us. I mean, we have to just go and do what we do. Our bodies, we'll adapt and we'll respond as long as we can mentally stay prepared.
Back to Vivian here just for a moment. Her leadership, I'm sure, has been valuable, just like it is for those three guys we talked about earlier. What has she done, or maybe what has she said to the younger girls leading into this meet?
I mean, I think again she's led by example this whole season, and has worked extremely hard. And I think again it went back to to camp, and those ladies coming together, and obviously just in talking and in practicing, and then going to the races. I think just the communication there has been very valuable, very positive, and the other girls have fed off of her, and how well she's done, and it's just been a good thing for us.
Coach, I've noticed this year that you've had a team dynamic. I mean, obviously you have men and women in cross country, but it's one collective group, and you've embraced that. What type of role does that play into Saturday's meet?
Oh, I mean, it's big. It's big across the board. I mean, obviously we got the folks that are going to be racing. And we got the folks that will not be racing, but they're going to be there, cheering on, as hard as they can, And again, we're a team. We're a family. And those 7 runners are going to work run their butts off to not let anybody down. They're going to be doing it for their teammates. Their teammates are going to be doing it for them. So I mean, if, we're going to win together, and we're going to not win together if that be the case. But we're definitely a family, definitely a team, and we've worked really hard, and I'm excited to hopefully let that show this weekend.
Just a quick team preview here, Coach. On the girls' side, the girls picked in the back half of the league, but all indications point to them finishing a lot higher than they were predicted, that 7th spot there preseason. What do you expect from other teams and your girls on Saturday?
Oh yeah, I mean we were picked 9th, or no, we finished 9th last year. We picked 7th this year. I can guarantee that we're not going to finish 7th place there. I truly believe that in my heart. Wesleyan is extremely tough. On paper and just looking at results, I mean they're a tough team. Going to be a tough team to beat. And Wheeling is extremely talented up front. They've got a 1-2-3 punch that is can be hard to overcome. So I don't know if we got enough woman power to actually pull this thing off. But I definitely think we can go up there and do extremely a great deal better than we've done in the past. With a young team, gaining a lot of experience, and definitely will build on the future. But hopefully we can get, Vivian can be in that top 10, Bailey can be close to being in that top 10, at least in the top 15, and then if we can sneak a few more girls in that top 20, hopefully we can come away with no worse than a 3rd place finish here.
Sure thing. Coach, should be fun on Saturday morning in Harrison County there at the Bridgeport Recreation Complex, where the women's race goes off at 9:30 and the men's race off at 10:30 for the Mountain East Conference individual and team championships will be crowned on Saturday morning. For the head coach, Mike Cox, I am Wes McKinney. This has been the Coach's Corner. For all things Concord Athletics, check out our website, cumountainlions.com. Thanks for tuning in.